Congresswoman, thank you for being with us. The president attacked you personally yesterday, and I want to play more of what he said.
Ilhan Omar is garbage. She's garbage.
Donald Trump's calling our Somali neighbors garbage and the state of Minnesota a hellhole is, I'm assuming, is unprecedented for a United States president.
What would you say to the president if he were standing here right now?
Mr. President, we campaign for you. We have hope in you. We see hope in you. Please differentiate between good, bad, and evil.
I am Somali. I am an American. And I am sick and tired of people acting that those two identities cannot live in the same body.
What you see is a visual representation of we have your back, and when you come for one of us, you come for all of us. We reject the hateful rhetoric of Donald Trump.
Calling Somalia a trash country doesn't make it true. Every nation has challenges, including US. But Somalis are strong, united, and hopeful.
The president obviously doesn't understand that the Somali immigrants in Minnesota, the people who came through the program, they came through a legal U.S. admissions refugee program. And so when he is talking in a very racist is the only way to describe it, racist and dehumanizing way about an entire demographic of people.
Donald Trump's calling our Somali neighbors garbage and the state of Minnesota a hellhole is, I'm assuming, is unprecedented for a United States president. We've got little children going to school today who their president called them garbage. This shouldn't be that difficult of trying to conflate. Look, we see it here. If you commit crimes, you go to jail. Doesn't matter what your race is, what your ethnicity, religion. But demonizing the entire group of people by their race and their ethnicity, a very group of people who contribute to the vitality, economic, cultural of this state, is something I was hoping we'd never have to see. This is on top of all of the other vile comments. So let's be very clear. This should be easy to differentiate. You should very easily be able to say, we need to continue to work together. If there's crime, whether it's white, black, who cares? But to be able to condemn this. So I would just be very clear on this. Anyone in this state, especially elected officials, who are unable to condemn this vile attack on our neighbors in our state, you are complicit in it. And it will not stand in Minnesota.
What would you say to the president if he were standing here right now?
Mr. President, we campaign for you. We have hope in you. We see hope in you. Please differentiate between good, bad, and evil.
That's a Somali immigrant who voted for President Trump in 2024, but now Trump is demonizing Somalis in America, specifically here in Minnesota.
I don't want them in our country, I'll be honest with you, okay? Somebody would say, oh, that's not politically correct. I don't care. I don't want them in our country. We're going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country.
I got 5 children. My children are no garbage. I campaigned for the president in 2024. I actually went out and we reached 50 million people endorsing Trump 7 days before the election.
What drew you to the president?
Because we believed he was an agent of chaos. We couldn't afford anything back then. There was a fentanyl crisis. There was an issue of affordability. The living standards went down. Crime issues. These are 5 very important things to us. And we believe that Trump would be the solution to it. I've been a Republican for over 25 years. I'm not going to stop being a Republican. But what I do know is for a fact is we're getting killed out here because people are saying, we told you so.
Congresswoman, thank you for being with us. The president attacked you personally yesterday, and I want to play more of what he said.
Ilhan Omar is garbage. She's garbage. Her friends are garbage. These aren't people that work. These aren't people that say, let's go, come on, let's make this place great. These are people that do nothing but complain.
Congresswoman, how do you respond to that?
Well, thank you, Anna, for having me. I would say the president's obsession with me and the Somali community is really unhealthy. It's creepy. And I hope that he gets the help that he needs. It sounds like he is trying to deflect from the failures that he's had as president. His immigration rates are not going in the way that he's expected. We know that the tariffs are not working to make life affordable for Americans. We know that he is afraid of what is in the Epstein files as he's fought to be the head of the pedophile protection party. And we know that right now he is being investigated for war crimes that he might have committed when he ordered what seems to be illegal attacks against boats in the Caribbean.
Let me say this clearly. When someone attacks our community and calls us garbage, this is not just an insult. This is an attack on our humanity, our dignity, and our constitutional right to exist as equals in this country. I am Somali. I am an American. And I am sick and tired of people acting that those two identities cannot live in the same body. In the United States that we all envision, we are nurses caring for the sick. We are teachers teaching the next generation. We are business owners, taxpayers, neighbors. We are human beings who contribute to the very fabric of this nation. So when you single us out, when you try to dehumanize us, understand this. Your words don't just target Somalis. Your words target the idea of America itself. The idea that all humans are equal under the law, equal in protection, equal in dignity, and the right to be treated as a person, not a stereotype. And those rights are afforded to us by the Constitution. So therefore, they are not negotiable. They are constitutional. And let me be even more direct. Somalis are not your enemy. We are not a threat. We are a part of this country and also a part of its community. And we are also a part of the people who help keep this country alive. So I am speaking out today because silence is not an option. Not when people are being dehumanized, not when neighbors are being attacked, and not when my community's humanity is being dragged through the mud. We deserve protection. We deserve respect. And above all else, we deserve the dignity that is afforded to us by the Constitution of this country. Because President Donald Trump, it is not us who chose to be in this country. It was not in our control, and we did not choose. Many of us were born here, and many of us were brought here at a young age. For you to scapegoat a whole community of people for the mistakes of the few, and to call them out, and to put targets on their back, how does that make America great? At what capacity does that improve the lives of the Americans? The hardworking taxpayers, the mothers, the fathers, and the future, the next generation of this great country of ours. Divisiveness is not going to improve the situation of the everyday American. Division within the people of this great country is not going to solve the problems of our nation. It is time for you to call unity, cohesion, respect for one another, not divisiveness. Many of the statements that you are uttering goes against the Constitution that you swore by. So let it be known, scapegoating a community of people who are a minority of a minority, less than 1%, is not going to solve many of the problems that you face as a president today.
What you see is a visual representation of we have your back, and when you come for one of us, you come for all of us. We reject the hateful rhetoric of Donald Trump, but I don't want to focus on him. I want to focus on who we are as a people in Minneapolis. We are a people of 1,000 different backgrounds. We are a people where our Somali Americans have come to Minneapolis, in many cases, decades ago. And I said Somali Americans very intentionally. They are Americans.
Yes. Right.
They are one of us. They are part of our family. They are part of the fabric that makes Minneapolis a better place. They are doctors and lawyers. They are bankers and real estate agents. They are the people that have helped our city rise in every respect. And what you got to know is that we're going to stand by them in every respect. Right. And so, indeed, the tides are turning at this very moment. The shift of mentality, a shift towards love can happen right here in the Twin Cities, right here in Minneapolis. We can be that special beacon of hope because no matter what happens at the federal level, no matter what comes out of Donald Trump's mouth, let's show everybody what America is about. And America looks like this. It's about all of us.
Calling Somalia a trash country doesn't make it true. Every nation has challenges, including US. But Somalis are strong, united, and hopeful. But respect is a choice, and we choose dignity. We are proud, strong, and full of hope. Your words do not define us.
And you know why Minnesota is one of the places that actually outside of East Africa, they have the largest Somali population, is because Minnesota was like a perfect state, frankly, because of the infrastructure, the social services. The Lutherans and Catholic Charities were actually very instrumental in ensuring that refugees came to a place where they would be successful. And Minnesota was that place. The president obviously doesn't understand that the Somali immigrants in Minnesota, the people who came through the program, they came through a legal U.S. admissions refugee program. And so when he is talking of in a very just racist is the only way to describe it, racist and dehumanizing way about an entire demographic of people, he is talking about teachers, healthcare workers, people's friends, families, and neighbors, members of Congress. Right. The derogatory way in which he continues to speak about Congresswoman Ilhan Omar should prompt every single member of the United States Congress, Democrat or Republican, to stand up and say, I just can't get with the racism. That's the very least they could do, regardless if you think you agree with Congresswoman Ilhan Omar or not. What he is doing is racist and it's dangerous. He is putting a target on the back of these folks, and he is using the full weight of the federal government to do so.
Somali Americans who grew up in this country like me know the challenges, but we have never seen something like this before. A president who is questioning our identity. But I just want to make it very clear. Somali Americans are part of this fabric, part of this community, and we're not going anywhere.
I want to say yes to dignity for all. Yes to loving our neighbors. Yes to safe communities that work for everybody. Yes. Because here's the thing. If they can do this to the Somali community, they can do this to anyone.
Americans, white, black, and brown, Americans of all faith traditions, and Americans of no faith traditions are here together and across Minnesota, and we are rejecting this hate and division.
So let's talk about the country that Donald Trump is calling garbage, Somalia. He said all that, but he forgot to say, and now I'm not a historian, so I might be off a year or two, a name or two. But I do know that in the 80s, because I was born in the 80s, I took history when they were really teaching history in school. The U.S. went over and supported Saeed Barr, whatever his name was. And he was the current leader of Somalia, who he assassinated the previous president. The U.S. went over there and supported him and used Somalia as a pawn against Russia because where it was located, okay? Now, civil unrest took place and they assassinated him. And all the fuck shit that he did is because U.S. supplied him with a lot of his shit, okay? And when I cuss, because I'm breaking it down into layman's terms, all right? So, the U.S. started an operation because once he was assassinated, Somalia, all these different little groups popped up, and the country was a mess. The U.S. started a program around, I think in 92. Anywho, withdrew in 94. And that's why they People with a heart and a conscience and with a clear mind and with any faith in God gave Somalians refuge over here if they could make it, because the U.S. was a part of the destruction of the country. Now, how come President Trump didn't talk about that?
Donald Trump, you said you don't want Somali people in America. But let me tell you something. I'm not from Somalia, but my future wife is from Somalia. So I will not let you violate my future wife and also my people. First of all, you corrupted Somalia. Somalia did not invent America, but America invented Somalia for over 60 years. You know how many people you unalive there? You definitely know. And you are the reason Somalia was corrupted, because you put Somalia in a war for more than 60 years until today. All the corruptions come from you. So do not call my Somali people that they corrupted America. You corrupted Somalia. You corrupted America. You corrupted Sudan. You corrupted Palestine. You corrupted Afghanistan. You corrupted Yemen. You corrupted Libya. You corrupted Syria. You corrupted Iraq. You corrupted all of them, including Ukraine. It's all you. So do not come on us. Free Somalia. Free Sister Halima Ilham. Also from Donald Trump. Free Sudan. Free Palestine. Free the Ummah from the Zionists. My Somali people are Red Cross. Qad Ahmar. Do not cross it, Donald Trump. Do not. Warrior. Do you know warrior, Donald Trump? It means warriors. Ask the people before you in the Congress. They will tell you about the Somali. Waqajat my Somali people.